The disturbing story of Hugo Boss. Welcome back to our channel. Get ready to step into the dark and intriguing world of fashion as we uncover the chilling and disturbing story of Hugo Boss. Known for its luxurious designs and sleek style, Hugo Boss has long been a prominent name in the industry. But behind the glamour and elegance lies a haunting past that many are unaware of. In this video, we will delve deep into the origins of this renowned brand and unveil the unsettling truth about its involvement with the Nazi regime during World War II. Brace yourselves as we uncover the shocking history and the lasting impact of Hugo Boss. Get ready for a tale that will leave you both intrigued and unsettled. It all started with a humble tailor named Hugo Boss, who embarked on a journey in 1923 to establish his own clothing company in the picturesque town of Metzingen, Germany. With his partners, he set up a factory that crafted an array of garments, from shirts and jackets to workwear and sportswear. However, the economic climate of the time dealt a harsh blow to Boss, leading him to face bankruptcy. But this resilient entrepreneur refused to be defeated. In 1931, after reaching an agreement with his creditors, he emerged from the ashes with only 6 sewing machines, determined to rebuild his empire. Yet, it is during this period that the narrative takes an unsettling turn. In the same year of his resurgence, Hugo Boss joined the ranks of the Nazi Party. While he claimed to have been supplying National Socialist uniforms since 1924, evidence suggests that his involvement commenced around 1928. From then on, Boss became an authorized supplier of uniforms to powerful organizations such as the Sturmabteilung, Schutzstaffel, Hitler Youth, and the National Socialist Motor Corps. As the years passed, the focus of Hugo Boss Company shifted towards producing uniforms for the Wehrmacht and later the notorious Waffen-SS. It is important to note that the iconic all-black uniforms synonymous with the SS were not originally designed by Boss and his company. In addition to the uniforms, Boss also manufactured work clothing, further entangling his brand in the dark fabric of history. During this tumultuous period, Hugo Boss employed a staggering number of 140 forced laborers, predominantly women, who toiled under unimaginable conditions. To add to this chilling account, 40 French prisoners of war were also coerced into working for the company from October 1940 to April 1941. Life for these workers was marred by uncertainty and deprivation. According to Roman Koster, an investigator commissioned to delve into the founder's Nazi past, hygiene levels were abysmal and food supplies were alarmingly scarce. In 1944, Boss sought special treatment for his workers, requesting that they be fed in his canteen rather than endure the squalid conditions of the Eastern Workers' Camp where they had been confined since 1943. Koster's investigation further revealed instances of abuse where laborers were threatened with internment in concentration camps and subjected to various forms of mistreatment. These distressing revelations cast a somber shadow over the company's history, tarnishing its image in the annals of time. However, as Koster asserts, the story is far from one-dimensional, defying simplistic characterizations. Amidst the concern for the workers' welfare, there existed a harrowing juxtaposition of their harsh treatment. The complexities of this narrative challenge us to grapple with the layers of complicity and contradiction within the context of a dark era. While the company may have been a smaller player in the production of clothing for the regime, its profits soared under this sinister alliance. With a sudden surge in their workforce, boasting 300 employees within the uniform branch, the company unquestionably reaped the benefits of this unholy affiliation. As the ominous clouds of World War II gathered, Hugo Boss's financial gains painted a chilling portrait of their success. Gabe Paletti reveals that by 1940, the company's earnings skyrocketed to a staggering 1 million Reichsmarks, a dramatic increase from the modest 200,000 Reichsmarks in 1936. The winds of war had ushered in unprecedented prosperity for the brand, even as the world around them descended into chaos. But was Hugo Boss's involvement purely opportunistic? Roman Koster's investigation delves deeper, exposing a more disturbing truth. While Boss's affiliation with the Nazi Party in 1931 undoubtedly provided him with certain advantages, Koster argues that his commitment to the cause extended far beyond mere economic calculations. In the fabric of his career, a resolute conviction in the Nazi ideology becomes unmistakable, a man who embraced the twisted principles and fervor of the movement. According to the accounts of renowned German historian Henning Kober, these individuals were not merely bystanders, but ardent supporters of Adolf Hitler himself. Such was their admiration that in Hugo Boss's very own apartment, a photograph proudly displayed him standing alongside Hitler, captured in a moment of chilling proximity at the Berghof, the Führer's retreat in Obersalzberg. The aftermath of the war brought the reckoning of denazification upon Hugo Boss. In the year 1946, amidst the German process, Boss found himself branded as an activist, supporter, and beneficiary of the National Socialist regime. The weight of his actions bore heavily upon him as he faced a stern penalty, including a substantial fine, the revocation of his voting rights, and the prohibition from engaging in business ventures. However, the wheels of justice turned, and an appeal led to a revision of the ruling. Boss was now categorized as a follower, a designation carrying a less severe punishment, though still acknowledging his alignment with the Nazi cause. Amidst the echoes of a tumultuous era, Hugo Boss, the man who strived to tailor his legacy, breathed his last breath in 1948. Yet, even in his absence, the business he had painstakingly built continued to endure. It wasn't until the year 1997, almost half a century later, that the shadows of Hugo Boss's Nazi past emerged from the depths of obscurity. A seismic revelation came when his name surfaced on a list of dormant accounts released by Swiss bankers. The company, caught off guard, found themselves confronted with a disconcerting truth that lay buried in the annals of history. In a state of bewilderment, a spokeswoman for Boss candidly admitted, "Right now we are trying to grapple with the magnitude of this situation. It is a path we have never traversed before. Our archives hold no answers." In the midst of this revelation, Siegfried Boss, the son of Hugo Boss himself, stepped forward with a confession. At the age of 83, he admitted that his father had indeed been a member of the Nazi Party. In a world where shadows loomed large, Siegfried defended his father's affiliation, questioning, "But who didn't belong back then?" The entire industry toiled for the Nazi army. As the wheels of justice turned, the haunting echoes of the past reverberated through the corridors of Hugo Boss. In 1999, U.S. lawyers, bearing the weight of Holocaust survivors' harrowing tales, embarked on a legal battle against the company. Their accusations centered around the dark shadows of slave labor that had stained the company's history during the war. Acknowledging the gravity of the charges, the company found itself at a crossroads, confronted by the ghosts of its past. In an act of reconciliation and reparation, Hugo Boss chose a path of accountability. Recognizing the injustices suffered by former forced laborers, the company took a step forward. A commitment was made to contribute to a fund designed to compensate those whose lives had been indelibly marked by their tragic entanglement with the company. But the journey toward redemption did not end there. In 2011, embracing transparency and embracing their past, Hugo Boss published the findings of Koster's report. With a resolute voice, they issued a statement, offering profound regret and acknowledging the pain and hardship endured by those who had toiled within the factory's walls under the grip of National Socialist rule. It was a pivotal moment, an act of accountability that sought to heal wounds that had festered for far too long. Today, the Hugo Boss of the present stands as a testament to the power of acknowledging one's past. No longer bound by the ties that once connected it to the Boss family, the current company is guided by a different ethos. It carries the weight of history on its shoulders, embracing the lessons learned and vowing to forge a future grounded in ethical principles. The disturbing story of Hugo Boss serves as a stark reminder of the complexities that can lie beneath the surface of a seemingly successful brand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more great content.